Hello, and welcome back to the Midnight Moose channel. We're playing more of the Talos Principle 2, and now we're in the Eastern Wetlands, also known as East 3, and we're going to solve some puzzles. Here's puzzle number 1. It introduces a cool new tool. It's called Inversion, and we get the inverter, which of course makes red into blue laser, and which makes blue into red. Green was left out of the equation. I don't know why, but what are you going to do? Alright, so we can free the extra inverter here. And then we can open this other blue door if we go from red laser to blue receiver. Put this inverter somewhere out there, because now that it's emitting blue, we can invert from there to make a red laser, like this. And then you put your hand on the table, and that's your first puzzle, and your introduction to the inverter. Next up is puzzle number 2. Let's head on in there and see what it's called. Energy maintenance. We're going to have to maintain some energy. Alright, we have a connector that goes blue to blue. That's easy enough. You know what? That's East 1 type of stuff. That's fine. We have an inverter now. We have to power this red thing. So we pick the blue laser and we do that. It's pretty fun. Let's put this connector down for now. Over here we have a red laser and a connector. So I think we can do this. And we're going to put this in the back corner just for old time's sake. And then we can use that connector on the red connector and the red receiver. Now that powers the door from that side, so that's good. You can take the inverter at that point and simply do this, and you're good to go. That's number 2 solved. You put your hand on the wheel of progress. Okay, it's time for puzzle number 3. This one's a little tougher. It's called There and Back Again. It's a big hobbit fan. You start out with a red to red connection. That's pretty good. Put this in the corner if you want optimal placement at first. In here, we of course have the inverter, the star of the whole area. You're going to want to take that and bring it out here real quick. So let's see here. We can power the blue receiver with the red laser. Place that right about there on the doorway so you get a good angle. Then you can take your connector in the back of the area. And you can get blue laser to the blue connector. And you put that there. It's all about powering this blue door all the time almost. And bringing the other pieces deeper in. Over here you have the red receiver, of course, so you put the blue connector there. You grab your RGB converter because we need a green laser to end the level. So you can place that over here in the sight of the green, you know. There you go, connect it right there. You're good to go. Alright, then you want to basically walk everything back so you can take all your pieces back. So you want to do the same line you did with the inverter here, right on the corner of the door. Grab your connector. Bring it back out here. So you need a red to your RGB converter and of course a blue. So you take them both off the red laser and that's what you need. Red plus blue equals green, just like in real life. I guess that's purple. So there's your hand on the wheel and that's number 3. Okay, you're about to be halfway done with East 3 because we're going in number 4, Refraction. That's super exciting. Let's grab this inverter. There's a blue laser, there's a red door. You put the inverter down. It's a basic starting principle. Then we have 2 more inverters. One's behind a purple wall, however. So we're going to take the first one and bring it over here. There's a blue door we can power with a red laser. But you can also take this red laser and put that right there. Okay. And then you pick up your original inverter, because now that laser is powering the door itself, which is great news. And that's red. So we're going to put that here to power the door. And put that within the door sight here. Because then you can just grab your last inverter, click the red one, send it to blue, and you're good to go for number 4. Slap your hand on the progress wheel, and that's super exciting. Okay, puzzle number 5 is next here in the Eastern Wetlands. Let's hop in. It is called Imprisoned. It features a switch and what I believe to be a NOT gate. I'm not a programmer. I don't know for sure. If I was a programmer, I'd be making a lot more money, but oh well. That door over there is down. This door in front of us is up, but if we flip this switch, that switches. So this door is up. So we're going to have to set everything up and then flip the switch if we're lucky. Alright. Blue to blue makes a lot of sense. And then the key here is taking your inverter and going red to blue on the inside track here so it doesn't disrupt your other laser flow. Then you come over here, hit the switch, let that all process out, and then hit it again. Now that's powering itself, which is great news. Then you can pick the blue laser from the inverter and send it to the hidden little receiver next to your wheel of progress. You don't even have to hit the switch anymore. You can just slap your hand on the wheel, and you're good to go. Puzzle number 6 is next here. We're going to run it in through the purple door and see that it's called hidden. I don't know what's hidden, but that's okay. Take this inverter and walk it around the other side over here. We want to go blue laser to red receiver. Obviously there's a blue door in the way over there. It's stopping that right now, but we're going to solve that problem. Take your connector, hit the laser, send it to the inverter, so that will allow it to open its own door over there. That's great news. Let's see here. Then you want to take this blue laser, put it at this blue door, put this out so you can see this purple door. Now that's powering the blue door. That's excellent news. Then you want to take your inverter, run it back around where you got it, or so. You want to pick a few things here. You want to pick the connector, the red receiver, and the blue laser, and then you want to lay them out all the way out here. So you're making a big old, I was going to say V, but there's 3 lines, so I don't know what to call it. But then that powers the red door all by itself, which is great news. And then you could take your connector out through the back here, put it on one button, take the inverter, put it on the other, and you're good to go. Puzzle number 6, also known as hidden. Okay, number 7 almost wraps up the numbered puzzles. Let's hop in there. It's called Backward Propagation, which was my nickname in high school, so I think that was an insult, but what are you going to do? Alright, take this inverter. You can place it on the button so you can walk in here. You take this inverter, you're going to have a blue laser and red receiver. You can put this out in the middle of the purple door area. It's pretty nice. To get that going, you're going to have to send a red signal there, which is of course blue. But anyway, so red laser, inverter, send it over to your other inverter, stay on the button. That's the good news. Then you can come over here. So now it's powering itself through that door, and it's emitting a red. So now you click it to emit a blue to this door, and this door, also known as receiver. You stand on the button. Now the door powers itself, and it's powering the door to the table. So there you go, that's the progress wheel. It's a quick one, but it takes some thinking, honestly. Okay, puzzle number 8 will wrap up the numbered puzzles in Eastern Wetlands. Positional Interchange is the name. It can get a little power intensive here, so let's all calm down and figure this out. So, we want to send to this red receiver over there first. So we're going to use a connector on the button to get the blue laser, send to that inverter. And it's a little convoluted, but we get through, and we get a new inverter, so that's super exciting. You're going to put it down near the button here, take this off the button, grab your inverter, click, red receiver, blue laser, and red receiver. It does a lot of work, and it's not done yet. Let's see here. The connector, of course, then goes over here to receive a blue laser from the sky and open your final door. But then you have to set that up with this inverter. Just go on the other side of the door. Okay, so click that connector you just placed down. Click your inverter over there. You can stand in the laser for a second to drop the box. Pop your inverter up there. And then when that gets elevated through the power, that will solve everything for puzzle number 8. Use your progress wheel and head on to the lost puzzles. Alright, it's time for this lost puzzle. And we run through the start here. It's called Preconnected. So pre-connecting some things may be pretty important. Figure it out. Alright, grab your inverter through the drill hole. That's your first step. Put it on this button. That'll be pretty nice. Then you can take the driller over and simply put that on the button for good reason. Then you take your inverter. You want to pre-connect your red laser from here, your blue receivers on this side of the wall, and then line it up with the laser through the drill wall. That works out really well. Pick up your good old drill, drop that there. So that powers this blue door and this blue door and allows us to move this other inverter off of this button. We're going to set it up here for the future, if you can believe it or not. Alright, after that, we simply take the driller, put it on the button while drilling a hole near the right side of that wall. And then we grab this inverter behind the purple doors, set up your red laser, make sure you can see it. That works out. And then you grab the first inverter you ever touched in this puzzle and re-invert the red laser through there. And that's it for that lost puzzle. Use your progress wheel and get your credit. Okay, it's time for the last lost puzzle in East 3, also known as Transposition. aka changing positions. So that's going to be pretty important here. We got a jammer, we got an inverter on this side. We can jam this blue door and check out that we have to send a red signal over here and a blue over here to open the door to the wheel. We have a connector, which is extremely important for a lot of reasons. We're going to grab this red receiver with the connector at first. Then you can hop over here, grab your inverter, go from blue laser, and that'll send a red. Make sure you place it far back enough there. Then you can use the jammer to jam this door. Allow that time, and that red laser powers that door itself. Then you can hop over there, walk on through to the other side, take your driller, make a drill hole, don't put your drill too close to it. Then we do the transposement. We send the connector that way, and we send the inverter on the other side of the wall. Here we go. Alright, take your connector, we go blue to blue. That's easy enough. Make sure you can see this blue door here. It's important for later. Walk on through while this one's still jammed. Take your inverter. I'm going to click the red receiver and the blue connector. Make sure they're at a good angle. That looks good. Alright, the driller's done with. Then you switch which door you're jamming. That allows the blue laser to pass through and turn into red. And then that's everything for that lost puzzle. Hit your progress wheel, and you're good to go. And that's the end of this walkthrough. If this video helped you out, please leave a like. I would appreciate that greatly. Otherwise, that'll do it. So have a great day. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself, and goodbye.